Hello to all you lovely people out there on the interwebs. I'm Takia. This is Monday, the 20th of April, 2020. And we're here to ramble. It's a Monday. Miniatures. You know the drill. And I'm starting out with the monsters I finished this week. And first rank we have... I think these are probably the last of the Myconids I have to paint. I've done a lot of Reaper stuff, and that is mushroom related. and now these guys from another company, which I forget which one was. These are actually more fun because they have this gear, like weapons and armor and stuff. I painted them a lot with vines because this brown on brown gets a little boring. I'm a little concerned the eye patch on this guy is perhaps not visible. I should have painted a brighter color perhaps, but on the other hand, it's underneath this cap, it's shadowed. You have to lift the miniature up to even have a chance of seeing it, and if you're looking that closely, I think you might notice it anyway. So, yeah. And here's the mean guy with the daggers. Here's a belt pouch. Anyway, the troll from Reaper, metal swamp troll. Nothing fancy, just basic green troll. There. This is a Reaper Bones flesh golem. The idea of different skin colors perhaps didn't come across very well. Let's see if I can find a good angle on it. There are different tones in there, but it's extremely subtle between stitching. You might notice the legs are a bit darker perhaps, and there are patches on the back that are darker. Yeah, but mostly at the end I punched it up by... At first I had all these cables in metallic colors as well, but then I decided no, it's not enough variety. Let's paint, you know, some random different colors in there and punch it up a bit. And finally the beholder, sleepy beholder, where I've painted the smaller eyes different colors. Now, unfortunately, this looks like two red eyes here next to each other. That's bad. I think I was going for one orange and one red out of these, but they turned out too similar. Because there's a yellow, green, sort of orange, blue... well, they're all supposed to be different colors. But oh well. And the big metal eyes, little bloodshot. A simple figure, but fun nonetheless. And lined up here we see this week's crop of, well, human slash demi-human slash humanoid figures. It's the Deep Gnomes, or Smithneblin. Now, they didn't turn out exactly like I was planning. Canonically, they're supposed to have really gray skin, and I tried to go for a sort of mix of gray in the skin tones, but they turned out mostly skin toned, maybe with a gray cast to them. But oh well, it makes them look more living. If they'd been slate gray skin, I think they would have looked too flat and boring. Especially since I painted them mostly muted colors otherwise. For the cloak on this one. This was an interesting experiment. This cloak is two different shades of blue, and it's all wet blended. Nothing but wet blending. And it's because I wanted to keep it fairly subtle. And yeah, here's this guy with a very strange staff, sort of a gem in the middle of it, and then a candle at the top. I'm not sure what this combination is good for, especially since it also has a lantern. How much light does it need? This miner has a lantern as well, and this guy is just full metal gnome. Nothing else. Yeah. Anyway, so that was 11 minis figured finished this week, out of which 8 were Reaper. a reasonable crop. Not the stupendous amounts that I did in the weeks prior when I was either off work or working from home all the time. But you know, this is more normal, about 10. Like that's an average amount. So, moving on to the work table. Oh wow! Look at all these dwarves. All 7, so no, 9 of them. Prepped, primed, based, and washed. And, you know, a heavier undercoat on the basis, but just a very light wash as per usual on the rest of the body, just to bring out the detail and make it more obvious to me what the different areas are to paint. And very expressive and detailed, as always, with Reaper. I'm not sure why the stock of this crossbow is like horizontal instead of vertical, but that's just the way it's sculpted. There was no option for me to change that. I don't know, maybe it's intended to be like a siege bow, or belly bow as they call it, which is not actually rested on the shoulder but on something else, like an arbalist. But yeah, I'm eager to get started with these. Here we see the Bonesium monsters, prepped and with a little bit of undercoating. The Stone Lurker, as I've learned that this model is called, it's a roper, but they call it a Stone Lurker. It's gotten a little bit more undercoating on it, but otherwise it's mostly the basis. And yeah, the Coral Golem is pretty impressive actually. He's a big dude. A lot of interesting detail on him. That'll be fun. But, you know, these two I'll knock out quickly. For new projects, I think I'm gonna be a little bit conservative this week and not start up so much new stuff to add to the queue for reasons of workload. But as always, this might be modified as we go. But anyway, for character minis, I thought it was about time to go back to some hassle-free minis. I have so many of them in store, and they are very nice minis, and I need to paint some of them up. So these have a theme. We have the Nubian with shield, and 2 copies actually of it. Not sure why. This one is not labeled, but it's called Nubian with spear, I think. And then we have Akanke, who clearly is also in the same vein as these other girls, in that she's wearing these harem pants and is of African look. And so I thought I'd go with these mosaic bases for them from MicroArt. The reason being, I painted some kind of Arabian Nights minis, some harem girls and a princess or two, the like, and I put them on these kinds of bases, and I thought, you know, these might be harem guards or bodyguards or something in the same court, and that would be fun, instead of just putting them on, you know, dirt and grass bases as normal. Do something a little bit different. So that's that. And then from the Kickstarter, Bones 4, still Dark Reach expansion, I've pulled 4 minis. 3 of them are troglodytes, which look more fun than most troglodyte minis you've seen. And then there's this, which is it's kind of like it's a floating sphere, but it's not a beholder because it only has 1 eye, no eye stalks. And there's like this spire of rock, stalagmite, to sort of attach it to, so as a kind of flying stand. And yeah, seemed like a fun idea to paint this guy up. So only 8 new minis going to be added to my pile of stuff to do, I think. And yeah, that will be it for this week. So, thank you for staying with me all through the video. Click like, subscribe, comment, and be back next Monday. Same day, same channel, same Dakian. But for now, I'm signing off.